In today's video, I want to talk about a way that you can make sure that you're in control of the digital world rather than it being in control of you. And that is digital time blocking. Now, I'm pretty sure we all know what time blocking is. It's kind of like saying, okay, for my working day today, from 9 till 9:30, I'm going to be doing such and such. From 2 till 3 p.m., I'm going to do this thing, and so on. So we block out our time so that kind of each part of our day is accounted for. It means that we don't kind of get distracted by external things or spend longer than we intended to on something because we've blocked out our day. We've time blocked, and that time blocked could be done day by day. It could be, for example, that every Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock, you do exactly the same thing, however you want to do it. So, how can that help you in your digital well-being and making sure that the digital world doesn't become a huge distraction for you? Well, the first way it can help with that is that you're blocking your day out. So you're not just kind of going, what shall I do now? I'll just scroll on Instagram. I'll scroll on TikTok while I think about it. I'll check my emails for the 50th time today before midday. Yeah, and then I'll get down to, I guess, something that I need to do. Instead, it's there, it's written out, it's 9 o'clock. This is what you're doing right now. So it means that you're less likely to be led down the digital distraction rabbit hole where you can lose hours and hours of your day by getting caught up in digital solutions and tools. So, time blocking can really help avoid them using digital tools as a procrastination tool because your time is planned out. You know exactly what's going to happen when. Now, the other way that digital time blocking and digital scheduling can help with this, particularly if you work in an organization, is by making people aware of when you are available. So if your organization runs things like Slack or Teams chats, then having kind of on times and off times means that you're kind of training your peers, your colleagues to understand when they can contact you through these channels. So, for example, if you say I'm available on Slack or on our Teams chat 10 a.m. till 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. And that means it runs there in the background during those times and you're available during those times. But the rest of the time you put do not disturb on or you go offline on those channels. And it means that rather than it running all day and people just asking questions or interrupting your whole day, you only have two portions of the day, or maybe depending on your business and how it runs, maybe just one portion of the day that you're actually available. So, time blocking and time scheduling also helps other people understand when they can use those channels to interact with you. You can also use time blocking to help with your email management. So, a lot of us are slaves to our emails and keep checking our emails. You may even have email notifications turned on. That's stage one. Turn off those email notifications, but having set times of day that you check your emails. So, for example, I might check my emails at 9 a.m., 12 p.m., and 4 p.m. So, having those kind of regular three intervals where you check your emails means that you're able to communicate with people regularly. They're not waiting too long for a response, but you're not becoming a slave to your emails. And during those down times where you're not checking your emails, you can actually go offline with your emails. You can turn that off so that you're not kind of becoming a slave to your emails. So you can use time blocking in that way. And you can see you're probably already starting to think, wow, actually, how much time am I going to gain back by doing time blocking, by saying I'm only checking my emails at these times, by saying I'm only available on Slack or Teams chats at these times. The thing is, the reality is that if we allow it to, digital tools and solutions can take over our whole working day. And they can lead to lack of productivity, lowered performance, because digital distraction will lower our performance. It can impact our focus and attention. And it's claiming all that back and making sure that we're the ones in control. It also really helps with our digital well-being because it means we're not switched on all the time. And in fact, I would highly recommend that you time block every day, at least half an hour during your working day where you're not staring at your screen, preferably more like an hour. So getting outside for a walk midday or just stepping away from your screen and doing something else, or having an in-person meeting that doesn't involve screens. Spending some time every day away from screen should definitely be part of your time blocking. And on a personal level as well, you can use time blocking to make sure that you aren't doing things like picking up your phone first thing in the morning. So, for example, on my phone, I have my downtime set from 9 p.m. at night to 10 a.m. the next morning. It means until 10 a.m., I have that friction of it saying, that you've got a limit on, a time limit is turned on things like social media, my emails, Amazon, whatever else it might be that I'm tempted to pick up first thing in the morning and do a little browsing, or I might think, oh, I'm just going to lazily go and make a coffee and scroll. Instead, I'm up, I'm doing stuff, I'm being active. And I know come 10 o'clock, I'm probably ready for a 10-15 minute break to just catch up on social media and whatever else I've missed. But to be honest, most of the time, I just find I can even kind of get to lunchtime without really thinking about it. So time blocking for me also works in that way, that I can kind of manage when I'm digitally available. And that also really works well. So do you think time blocking could become part of how you manage the digital world for yourself and for the way you work as well? It's really, really powerful. And I think sometimes we think of time blocking as I'm working on this project, then that project, then that project. But actually, time blocking can also be really useful for letting people know when you are available to be communicated through digital means, and also in making sure you don't procrastinate by picking up digital tools. So I hope that has been useful. Let me know in the comments below if you were going to give digital time blocking a try, or maybe if you do it already. And I have two things I want to tell you about as well. The first is that I have a free download for businesses, which is all about improving digital culture and well-being in your organization. And my second thing I want to tell you about is if you would like to reduce your own smartphone use personally, then I have a short course all about reducing your smartphone use without having to throw your smartphone in the bin. I'll pop both the details to those in the description box below. And I'd love it if you'd subscribe, because I'm sharing videos like this all the time. Take care.